In today's how-to, we're going to be talking about collecting consent for your terms and conditions and potentially your privacy policy on registration. So inside the planner interface, when you're looking at Update Trip and Settings, you'll see the option to enable consent to privacy and terms. By default, it's set to none. The default looks like this on your travel page when a traveler goes to register. So as you can see, all the normal fields, but no information is shown and no link to your terms and conditions or privacy policy, and they can register from here. When you click the pencil, you can select either Inform for Inferred Consent or Require Action for Explicit Consent. So we'll talk about each one in turn. First, Inform for Inferred Consent. So here you want to make sure that they understand that by registering, they're agreeing to your terms and conditions. So make sure that you link to those from here using the link option. And the way this will look for your travelers is like this. When they register, the box will be ticked and they cannot untick it. And then all the information that you provide, including the link to your terms, is shown so that when they express interest, it is clear that they have been told that by registering they're agreeing to your terms and conditions and/or privacy policy if linked. Depending on the advice that's given by your lawyer, you may actually require explicit consent. This will certainly be true in the EU to be compliant with GDPR. When you choose Require Action for Explicit Consent, make sure that the language makes it clear that they have to take action and that there is no implicit agreement here. When you have selected Require for Explicit Consent, then when your travelers are registering, they will see a tick box which they must tick before they can proceed. If they do not tick it, it becomes red to draw their attention so that they can tick and complete their registration process. So those are your three options. You can either set it to none and not provide any terms and conditions or privacy information to your travelers, or you can select Inform for Inferred Consent if you want to provide the information but not make it harder to register. Please be sure that you can do that within your legal jurisdiction. And finally, Require Action for Explicit Consent. This is what you will definitely need in the EU and potentially in other jurisdictions depending on the legal advice that you get. So please keep in mind that the examples in this video are just instructional and we do not provide legal advice. Please double check with your legal counsel before you specify what's in your terms and conditions and what language needs to be present on the form to register.